I love that dude.
Me too.
And he was a larger than life figure in my childhood.
Truly, me
when
too.
I was a kid, when he was the champ, it was like people don't understand what a champ he was. I don't think anybody.
That's why it was so interesting to me as I was watching it, and I'm very verbal when it comes to that. Come on, what the? You know what I mean? And he's still quick.
Oh yeah,
he's still quick.
He's still very quick.
And he would do
But you know,
these
Mike
things.
had he was walking with a cane just like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but he was really out
He
of
had
shape.
bad sciatica.
Bad sciatica.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Joe Rogan was astounded by a $700 million offer for a rematch between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Speaking on his podcast, Rogan expressed relief that Tyson, now 58, emerged unscathed from their previous fight, which Paul won by unanimous decision. He praised Jake Paul's boxing skills and promotional genius, but voiced concerns about Tyson's age and potential risks in the ring. The proposed rematch offer, reportedly backed by a Saudi billionaire, aims to draw immense global interest, but Rogan remains focused on Tyson's safety and legacy.
It's amazing they got paid so much money for that.
25 million and 40 million?
I think 20 and 40. Yeah,
20 and
I think
40.
that's what I'd heard. You know, which I'm happy Mike got the money, and I'm happy that he didn't get hurt. That was my fear, that it was going to be a real fight and he was going to get hurt.
You've known him for a long time. I've known him for a long time.
And he was just like ready to go, and it was terrifying. It was like, and Jamie.
Wait, when was this?
A few years ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago. And so when he came in the second time, I was like, Jamie said it afterwards. He's like, that's a totally different human being than the first time we saw him. He was one of the first guys, like I said with Nick Nolte, he was like, is that really Nick Nolte? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Can't believe he's right there.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was one of the first people that I met, though. I can't believe he's really here. Because just like, he was
Bigger
so
than life.
iconic. Like, you had to be alive and be a kid during the time where he was the champion to understand what he was.
Turki Alalshik, the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, has emerged as a transformative figure in boxing promotion, a passionate fan. He has leveraged his influence and resources to turn Saudi Arabia into a major hub for global boxing events. His efforts include organizing high-profile bouts, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou under the Riyadh season banner. Known for his creative approach, Alalshik integrates advanced production techniques and compelling matchmaking to attract new audiences, aiming to revitalize the sport and make it more accessible to younger fans.
Boxing seems to be number one.
Because I'm fans of boxing.
This is why.
Yeah. The boxing, and I talk now with, in the same time, I study it. I have people to study it, what I talk about. In the 70s and the beginning of the 80s, the sport number one in the world was boxing.
Yeah.
Now, I am very sad. In the last result I have, before we go inside it deeper, the boxing was the 14th.
Turki Alalshik, a key figure in Saudi Arabia's sports revolution, is a lifelong boxing enthusiast and a devoted fan of legends like Mike Tyson. Known for hosting grand events, Alalshik's admiration for Tyson inspired him to offer a stunning $700 million rematch deal against Jake Paul.
Oh my. Mike Tyson offered $700 million for Jake Paul rematch. Says Saudi Arabia's Turki Al-Sheikh has given Mike Tyson the opportunity of a lifetime to accept a rematch with Jake Paul and potentially earn a staggering $700 million. It must be nice to have money to just throw away like that, you know? Now, 3 weeks after their lackluster affair, Mike Tyson has been handed an offer that would be incredibly difficult to refuse. Saudi Arabia's Turki Al-Sheikh, best known for his complete transformation of the sport of boxing, I thank you for that, Turki Al-Sheikh, is ready to put up a large sum to witness a Paul versus Tyson rematch. Willing to be the driving force in making the fight happen, Al-Sheikh has provided a huge stipulation if he can get the agreement on both sides. And that is, if Mike Tyson can win by knockout within the first 3 minutes, he will be rewarded $700 million. That's highly unlikely.
He expressed a desire to see his idol triumph once more in the ring, believing it would honor Tyson's legacy and captivate boxing fans worldwide. His innovative approach to promotion, combining spectacle and substance, aims to rekindle global interest in the sport while celebrating its most iconic figures.
And we will go more and more, inshallah.
What more can you go? This is already so much.
This is this is what we are doing, me and the team, with the support of the Crown Prince. God bless him.
Yeah.
We don't stop. I tell yesterday for my team, I see the calendar from the 4th of June until now. I doesn't rest any day, even in the weekend. I work around 16 hours.
Mike Tyson shared his thoughts on Turki Alalshik's approach to boxing, describing it as unconventional yet refreshing. Tyson noted that Alalshik, a major promoter in the sport, treats boxing less like a rigid business and more like an arena for creative matchups. He likened Alalshik's style to assembling a playpen, where fighters are matched according to his preferences rather than traditional promotional rivalries. Tyson praised this approach for bringing fun and excitement back to boxing, emphasizing that it aligns with Alalshik's goal of drawing new fans and reinvigorating the sport.
Yeah, he's not handling boxing like a business.
Right.
He's handling like
it was a governing body, something like that?
No, it's like this is his playpen. Hey, let's put these guys. Hey, come on, you want this? Hey, come on, let's put them in. Yeah, they don't want to fight each other. Hey, you guys want to fight? It's me. Yeah, let's fight together, you know? Yeah. He's making fighting fun.
Turki Alalshik believes the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight lacked authenticity. To rectify what he perceives as a staged or unfairly strategized match, Turki has proposed a rematch with strict conditions. Tyson must fight without restrictions and aim to knock Jake out within 3 minutes.
As you see here, Prince Turki Alalshik is offering a massive $700 million to former lineal undisputed heavyweight world champion, retired iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer, Iron Mike Tyson, to rematch YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul. And he's offering $700 million to have Mike Tyson knock out Jake Paul, right? He believes, I'm gathering, that this fight was fixed. It was staged. And so he don't believe that this was a real fight. So he wants to see the real Mike Tyson stand up and the real Mike Tyson put on a show and knock out Jake Paul. So according to, as you see there, Dr. Boyce Watkins, right? He says Saudi billionaire Turki Alalshik has presented a $700 million offer if Mike Tyson agrees to compete against Jake Paul and triumph with a 3-minute knockout in their rematch.
His insistence stems not from financial motives, but from a desire to restore Tyson's legendary reputation and offer boxing fans an unfiltered, authentic showdown.
So it would be like a 1 minute, a 1 round, 3-minute situation where Mike Tyson is actually serious, right? Because there's been viral pictures and viral videos and viral clips where people are saying Mike Tyson held back on some of his punches purposely, because it was staged and he wasn't supposed to knock Jake Paul out. And so people are running with this, right? And His Excellency, Prince Turki Alalshik, this holds to be true. He is 1000% a fan of the sport of boxing, okay? Now he's an investor in the sport of boxing, but he's 1000% a fan of the sport of boxing. And so he wants to see the best versus the best, and he wants to see real boxing. And he's a fan of Mike Tyson, and he respects Mike Tyson. That fight was on Netflix, the first held boxing event on Netflix. The promotion, the production was top notch, and it did 60 million homes with a gate of $20 million. So no doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, it was definitely successful. And again, some people thought that Mike Tyson simply purposely was not trying to hurt Jake Paul. Well, this $700 million will instantly make him a billionaire. Oh, this will entice him to hurt Jake Paul, especially with these rules set in place for him to have to knock out Jake Paul within a certain time frame. Oh, you best believe this changes everything for Mike Tyson.
While many criticized Tyson's performance, others argued it was unreasonable to expect a 58-year-old athlete to outmatch a significantly younger Jake Paul. Age undeniably impacts speed, endurance, and reflexes, all crucial in boxing.
Basically an old man fighting somebody with an age gap of what, like for 30-something years, which should not be even legal to begin with. I don't even know why he agreed to it. Obviously, he's because of the money. Yes, I get it. But again, you gotta have some dignity But probably the money was so good that he couldn't have. Maybe he thought he had a chance too. I don't know. He's a legend after all.
Actor and martial artist Michael Jai White reflected on Tyson's strategy in the fight, suggesting that a different approach could have led to victory. White noted that focusing on body shots instead of head punches would have conserved Tyson's energy while maximizing impact.
Oh boy, okay, here we go.
Who you got?
I got Mike Tyson. I'm sorry, I don't see how Jake pulls this off. I see Mike Tyson punching him in the body, and I don't see how Jake stops that. Jake is not of the size to give Mike a problem. Big guys would hold Mike, guys with long reach and that outweigh him. People that's Mike's weight, with Mike's center of gravity, I don't think there's anything that's gonna stop him. Mike hits him in the body don't move that much. That strategy I felt like would have helped a bit, because if he focused staying low and hitting to the body, it would, I think it would zap Jake's legs for later.
Right, I just looked it up. Mike Tyson threw 97 punches and landed 18.
Wow, really?
18 punches.
Wow.
In what, 8 rounds?
Yeah. Boy.
He's getting like 2 punches in a round.
That's terrible. Yeah.
That's just horrible.
Yeah, but like a lot of people, we were expecting more of the old Mike. And again, I mean, if I were his coach, I would be talking about going to the body, not wasting much energy going up top, because at least I feel like that would have been a great strategy.
Boxing trainer and commentator Teddy Atlas praised the marketing brilliance of the Tyson versus Paul fight, emphasizing how the image of Tyson as the baddest man on the planet played a pivotal role.
We all bought in, and hey, look, we bought in, because we wanted to see. We wanted to see. I mean, people like Paulie Malignaggi, they knew what it was going to be. They said, hey, come on. I mean, what's Dave Portnoy? That does Barstool Sports, right? He's a genius. He's a genius. He's a businessman. He built that thing up into an incredible business, right? Barstool Sports. And he likes to gamble. He doesn't hide it. He likes to gamble. He wasn't even good at the end. And now he's 58 and he's been living the kind of life he's been living. How's he going to have a chance? I'm putting everything on Paul. I'm laying 180. I think it was 180 he was getting. It was I think it went up to minus 220, whatever. But it was minus 180. I'm putting everything on Paul. On my podcast, they said bet Paul. I did. And where would I normally say better you do of once great fighter? But it made sense. And like I said earlier, it made sense because of the age, because of all the, all the things that made sense, right? All the common sense things that made sense. It made sense to say Paul. But also the bookies, they're not wrong too often.
Atlas acknowledged that the fight capitalized on Tyson's intimidating legacy, allowing him to command massive attention and financial rewards. However, he questioned whether the spectacle overshadowed the sport, leaving room for debate about the ethics of such matchups.
They make a living at this. They're not wrong too often. They're not wrong to. And a lot of money was coming in Vegas on Tyson because of that line. A lot of money. So the bookie, as usual, they did good. They did good. They could add a room onto their house or 2 or an extra swimming pool. Yeah, they did good. They knew what they were doing. Smart stuff. But I'm joking around. We watched it for a myriad of reasons. People are saying, oh, and Tyson's smart. He's witty. He knows what to say. He knows the image. He knows the importance of having that image. How important. That's why he got all the money. It wasn't about what he had left at 58. It was what maybe he might have. And the image, the scary guy, the guy that's going to eat your children, the guy who's the baddest man on the planet. Just that image, that soul.
Big Mo, the fight's MC, shared Tyson's personal motivation for stepping into the ring to prove his capabilities to his children. Despite his age, Tyson's ability to draw a global audience and sell out stadiums demonstrated his enduring star power.
The reason why I love that event is that was an event for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said something during the week that honestly, kind of, put a knot in my stomach. He said to his kids, he's nothing. Mm-hmm. But he's going to show his kids, and he gets to show his kids really who he was. Now, we saw a 6-year-old version of him. The fact that Mike Tyson sold out a stadium, drew 100 million live viewers. It was one of the coolest fucking things I've ever experienced. The energy in that stadium, and I got messages from people, everyone was pulling for Mike.
Yeah.
Now, maybe delusions of grandeur. He's a little bit past his prime, obviously. We saw that. But the fact that that moment even happened, and the crescendo and the energy, because it was perfect, dude. Like, everyone booed the shit out of Jake Paul. I turned to Mike Tyson, and the whole arena just starts to come like this, and I'm just like I'm just gonna go for it.
Cultural commentator Lord Jamar voiced sharp criticism, claiming the Tyson versus Paul fight tarnished Tyson's legacy.
You know, I think the whole thing was scripted. The whole thing was just a money grab. And for a lot of us that love Mike, and despite what he said in that interview with the girl about the legacy, we love him and his legacy. And we didn't like what we saw last night. What we saw last night seemed like something that very much tarnished his legacy for a little bit of bread, you know? And somebody will say, oh, 20 million, that's not a little bit of money. Well, you know the government takes half, you know what I mean? Then you got to give your handlers or whatever 20%, you might graciously walk away with 5. You know what I mean? You might get 5 out of that 20. You see what I'm saying? So is $5 million, I mean, and that's nothing to sneeze at. I'd love to be paid $5 million for something, but is that worth tarnishing your legacy, someone like Mike Tyson, you know? I think a lot of us would say no, you know? Yeah, I think it was just a disappointing performance.
Calling the fight scripted, he accused the Paul brothers of exploiting the sport to profit off the reputation of black boxing legends. Jamar's perspective resonated with skeptics who felt the match prioritized entertainment over genuine competition, adding weight to calls for a rematch that would honor the sport's integrity.
That was nasty work. And yeah. And I just feel like these Paul dudes, you know, Jake Paul and the other one, I feel like they're trying to just cut the line. They're using money and all this to try to fight some of our greatest fighters, our greatest black fighters too. They're taking our greatest black fighters, fighting them after their prime and saying, hey, I fought them, like, you know what I mean? Trying to almost be like that great white hope, but not legitimately.
Determined to erase doubts about the fight's authenticity, Turki Alalshik has championed a rematch free from prearranged outcomes. He aims to see Tyson unleash his full power, testing whether Jake Paul could endure a genuine clash against a motivated Tyson. This proposition underscores Turki's commitment to making boxing more transparent and thrilling for fans worldwide, positioning the rematch as a chance for redemption.
Mike Tyson was just offered $800 million just to do a rematch with Jake Paul, but this time, unscripted. Tyson, known for his nonsense approach, reportedly that he threw shade at Jake's previous bouts, implying they weren't entirely authentic, which the fight wasn't really true. The fans going crazy because Turki, rumored to host the fight, announced this match would be raw and real, no stage, no drama, no punches at all. Mike Tyson's camp questioned whether Jake Paul could actually handle a punch from Mike Tyson if this was not really scripted at all, with safety precaution. Is Jake ready to face one of the greatest boxers of all time with comfort of controlled outcomes, nothing scripted? Or is this just another strategy to stir controversy and sell out tickets? Some claim Jake thrives on the spotlight, but against Tyson, the best fighter in boxing, it might be too hot for him. What do you guys actually think? Are we going to see another rematch fight of Jake Paul?
Tyson's willingness to risk his health for another fight speaks to his love for the spotlight. Despite being financially secure, Tyson seems driven by a deep-seated need to remain in the public eye. Mikael White speculated on Tyson's potential matchup with Logan Paul, expressing skepticism about its authenticity. He suggested that such fights, likely rehearsed or scripted, would lack the genuine rivalry that defines traditional boxing.
And I think the reason why he's doing it more so than the money, because he's got money these days. Tyson's already rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he just loves the public attention. He just loves it. He doesn't want to let go of it. He wants to hold on to it as long as possible. Because when they even asked him, if this is his last fight at the end, you know, during like the post-fight workout, he said, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
so he might actually get in the ring again.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah,
but maybe.
Well, it depends on who he gets in the ring with. You know, I mean, he could get in there with Holyfield again.
By weaving these perspectives together, the narrative of Tyson's current boxing journey becomes a complex blend of legacy, spectacle, and the quest for authenticity. The proposed rematch holds the potential to address lingering doubts while reigniting the excitement that makes boxing a beloved sport.
You're equating those two guys with professional wrestlers. They are not. Look,
Logan's not a professional wrestler.
Hear what I'm saying.
Isn't Logan Paul considered a professional wrestler? No.
Listen.
Okay, sorry.
Professional wrestlers can go in there, meet each other one time. They're calling out moves to each other.
Yeah.
They know how to do that. And so in that, yeah, they get injured and there's all these different signals. Now, if it's going to be Tyson and Logan Paul, it's not that way. They're not doing that. They're going to be more rehearsed.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.